Friends, welcome to Thirukkural English Couplet channel. We have already spoken about all 1330 Kurals in 133 chapters. These all have been interpreted, explained by me in accordance with what I have translated. I have translated Thirukkural in a unique way. It has been put as a book, it has been translated, and it has been written as a book, and which was released on 27th October 2018 and a grand function. And that you would come to know about it in YouTube channels you could go through. And now I have done this as a unique video book that is called Thirukkural English Video Couplets for ICA University. Now you have to know about what is what. What is Thirukkural? What is Thirukkural English Couplet? What is Thirukkural English Video Couplet? What is ICA University? Why it is for ICA University? All such you have to know about. And this Thirukkural English Couplet Video Couplet for ICA University has obtained ISBN number. ISBN number is nothing but International Standard Book Number, which we have obtained for this book, and which will be released in a day or two. And before that, this introduction, this will also be accommodated over there, and book will be ready, and you can go through that book. It will be in a PDF format, which you can find in www.icauniversity.us, wherein you can find all these 1330 Kurals being explained, and in 133 chapters. Now, before knowing about it, about what is what in the book, we have to know a little bit about the translation. The translation which I have done is in the same way as Thiruvallur has written Thirukkural. Thirukkural has been written in Tamil by Thiruvallur in 4 plus 3 words in 2 lines. You could find 2 lines. First line having 4 and second line having 3, that everybody knows. So this has been same way rendered into English. This is first of its kind and unique in the world. This is the first of its time. All 1330 Kurals have been translated the same way as written by Thiruvallur, using Thiruvallur's grammar. Thiruvallur has used one grammar, exclusive grammar, particular grammar. He himself devised that grammar, and there was no such grammar before him, and there is no such grammar after him. That is Kural Venba. That grammar has been adapted in English translation with the use of couplet. Couplet definition is also adopted over there. That's why it's known as Thirukkural English Couplets, right? So Thirukkural English Couplet has been translated the same way as it has been written. Now I just want to tell you that by dint of sheer hard work, I have made this. I have made this possible. I have taken 12 years of time to complete this translation, and I have done it using very apt words as Thiruvallur has written. The thought and soul and heart of Thiruvallur has been brought over here as one. Soul, heart, and his all thoughts are brought over here for this particular translation. And what he would have thought, inspired, as being inspired, I have brought it to the translation. And this translation was done, and it was taken as a unique one, and this has been applauded by many. Okay. And I'm going to give you some introductory words. Introduction how this was translated. Before that, I just want to tell you who has written forward for this and who has written prelude for this. All such you have to know. That you have to know, and for that, I'm going to read out all those things given here. If you purchase this particular book, that's well and good. You could go through all these things. But if you don't purchase this book, this is not for the book. This is for the video book. This is a virtual book that you can go through in the video free of cost. It's totally free of cost, absolutely free of cost, no question of any payments. So For that, you have to know who are the people who have come for this function, and how many people have rendered their words for this translation. First, starting with, this book has been dedicated to peace of the world. This has been dedicated. This particular book, authored by me, has been translated. Dedicated to the peace of the world. That is very important. To the peace of the world. Okay. Now, the forward has been written by Reverend Father Dr. Leonard Fernando S.J., Rector, St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli. This is one of the very reputed colleges in India, in the world. This is run by Jesuit fathers. This is one of the best colleges, like in the line of Laila College in Chennai, St. Xavier's in Palangotte, and so many other colleges run by same priests, Jesuit fathers. So he has written this forward. I read out that forward. Thirukkural holds a pride of place in the multifaceted Tamil literature with its 1330 couplets dealing with the ideal virtues to be practiced by an individual in his or her day-to-day life. Not only in the Tamil-speaking regions, but also in many parts of the world, this compendium of human wisdom is known through translations of Thirukkural in different languages. Many scholars from Tamil Nadu and many missionaries who made Tamil Nadu their second home were impressed and inspired by the succinct couplets expressing and extolling human values applicable and needed for people of all walks of life. Belonging to different religious traditions. With this conviction, they delved deep into the ocean of Thirukkural, and through their translations and commentaries made it possible for millions of men and women to inherit the pearls of wisdom to guide their lives. Starting with the Jew Pope, there are many translations and commentaries of Thirukkural in English. In this long line of erudite scholars, we have now in our hands a unique translation rendered by Advocate Dr. R.J. Stephen Louis. With his expertise in law and human psychology, proficiency in English, linguistics and grammar, and ardent love for Tamil language, and the unquenchable desire to make the world know and profit from the immeasurable wealth contained in Tamil literature, Dr. Stephen Louis has translated the world-famous couplet into English. What is unique in his translation is the similar use of 4 words in line 1 and 3 words in line 2, as followed by Thiruvalluvar. Moreover, his use of descriptive grammar and use of idiomatic expressions make this translation artistic and captivating. In itself, it's bold attempt and a spectacular achievement, because despite grammar and literary structures of English and Tamil being different, Dr. Louis has overcome all the hurdles and aptly presented Thirukkural into English for the first time in 4+3 words in 2 lines. This translation is yet another testimony to Dr. Louis as a man of indomitable courage, meticulous planning, and unwavering commitment to the works he undertakes. Dr. Louis will be greatly acclaimed in both the Tamil and English-speaking world for the way he has presented his book, following closely the rich tradition of Thiruvalluvar. He has not only given apt titles for each chapter, as Thiruvalluvar has done, but also, like him, presents the first couplet in each chapter as explaining the title of the chapter. For example, in chapter 23, Charity, he explains this virtue in the following way. Charity gives to those who return not. Charity gives to those, first line, who return not, second line. No one has so far attempted to present the translation of Thirukkural in English language in the way Dr. Louis has done. It is a historic achievement. Dr. Louis has already left his indelible mark in many fields, as his life story and his list of achievements testify. In this book, In an integrated way, he has made it possible for women and men to grow in gratefulness to God and Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and express and experience this gratefulness by weaving together a world of harmony, justice, and peace, the vertical and horizontal love which is very much needed in today's world. Mother Tamil will bless him abundantly. I wish and pray that the God of wisdom continues to shower his blessing on Dr. Stephen Louis so that he produces many more path-breaking works to enlighten, inspire, and encourage people to walk in the path of virtue. Dr. Leonard Fernando is the rector, St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli. He has given this forward. And I read out the prelude given by Avai Nadarajan. Avai Nadarajan is the former vice chancellor. He is a Tamil prodigy like, and he is a veteran, Tamil veteran, and many of us know about his Tamil love, and he is the lover of Tamil language, and moreover, he was the vice chancellor of Tamil University. Everybody knows in Tamil Nadu. He has written this prelude. I read out his prelude. He has given one title for the prelude. The prelude goes like this: Rarer Pure. He calls it Rarer Pure. Among the classical languages, the pedestal of classicism is fronted by Latin, Greek, followed by Tamil. Thirukkural stands as a monumental work in Tamil language for its universal outlook, combining the triple themes of virtue, wealth, and wedded love. The profound saying of Thirukkural have been rendered in many languages. Thiruvalluvar was among the earliest of Tamil classics to be translated by the Christian missionaries. Father Bisky of the Society of Jesuits, translated the Thirukkural into Latin. Francis White Ellis in the 18th century translated 120 of its couplets, 69 in verse and the rest in prose. The Reverend W.H. Drew and the Reverend John Lazarus are the other translators of Thirukkural into English. There are many versions in other languages. Translations of Thirukkural into many languages continue to this day and in future. We could see all the renderings attempt for their able approximation. In this galaxy of the scholar, I congratulate the zeal and just of the author, Dr. R.J.A. Stephen Louis, in venturing the task in a unique way with his inimitable style by comprising the whole gamut of Thirukkural as concise and precise, possibly in 4+3 word couplets, is a remarkable achievement. And I have my own fear in telling a great task has been well revealed in power of knowledge in comprehension of Thirukkural. As a legal luminary, Mr. Louis' translation and contributions seem to identify the French filiation in bringing legal correctness in this translation, small crucible. The following couplets are very few examples for his arduous attempts. Kadavul Valthu. He has written in Tamil, Kural number 2. And for that he has translated as he says, praise of the Almighty. It has been translated as praise of the Almighty. If God is denied, it profits nothing. Again, Il Valkki, he puts that Kural number 46, and he says, it is given family life. What else is required if wisdom leads? And Valkki Thunai Nalam, Kural number 60, he puts that Kural and he translates it. The character of a wife. Husband's charm is wife bearing children adornments. Then Nadu Nulamai, he puts the Tamil 119 Kural, and he gives my translation, being balanced. If good at heart, biased speech vanishes. Then Panbudamai, Kural number 994, he puts that Kural and he says, courteous approach, equity, charity, or results of applauding attitudes. Then he puts Ulavu, he puts that in Tamil, Kural number 1040, and he puts my translation, agriculture. The earth laughs at idiots pleading poverty. Then he puts in Tamil, Udaluvahai. He puts Kural number 1321, and he puts my translation, pleasurable poodery. The way I have translated, feigning dislikes pleases more despite his flawlessness. Then he finally says, I congratulate the able translator, Dr. R.J.S. Stephen Louis, and his eminent friend, Mr. Thanikachalam, who had introduced this worthy work to me to read and review. Avena Raja is signed. This way, he has written. And preamble has been written in Tamil, has been written by Professor Constantine Ravindran. He is a political leader and he is a professor, and he has said like that. He has written in Tamil. I just go through that very fast. Dr. Stephen Louis அவர்களின் திருக்குறள் மொழிபெயர்ப்பை படிக்கின்ற போது ஆங்கிலத்தை தாய்மொழியாக கொண்டிருந்தால் கூட இவ்வளவு நேர்த்தியாக நிறைவாக மொழியாக்கம் செய்திருக்க முடியுமா என்ற கேள்வி எழும்பு வண்ணம் ஆங்கில திருக்குறளாக மலர்ந்திருப்பது லூயி என்ற தமிழனுக்கான சிறப்பு மட்டுமல்ல, தமிழரான நமக்கெல்லாம் சிறப்பு என்றே கருதுகிறேன். இந்த சிறப்பை மாணவர்களும் இளைஞர்களும் வருங்கால தலைமுறையும் பயன்பெறும் வண்ணம் ஆரம்ப பள்ளி துவங்கி கல்லூரி வரையிலும் இலக்கிய மன்றங்களிலும் வட்டங்களிலும் வாங்கி பயன்பெற வேண்டும். குறிப்பாக மாநில அரசு, தமிழ் அமைப்புகள், பேரவைகள் மட்டுமல்லாது உலக தமிழ் பேரமைப்புகள் கூட ஆதரவு தந்து உலகமெல்லாம் பரவும் வகை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்பதே என் அவா. அப்படி this way he has given this preamble. And Reverend Father Bali Reddy, he is the rector, SPD Seminary, Divine Word Center, St. Thomas Pond. He has also written a very lengthy preamble. I just read that out too, because this is an introductory session where we have to know what is what. So I go through that one. Dr. R.J. Stephen Louis has been our visiting professor of English, phonetics and descriptive grammar, teaching our seminarians studying at Loyola College, Chennai. His teaching is combined with his knowledge in psychology, law, criminology, and administration. He is actually qualified in all these subjects, being allied to law, which is his profession. He visits a seminary at 8 a.m. and takes crash courses in the summer vacation, which never affects his profession at all, as an advocate of Madras High Court. Now, I'm really happy to write a few lines about the great work of Dr. R.J. Stephen Louis. He is a man of letters with a sense of great commitment to the world in the process of evolution. His thirst for knowledge is immeasurable. His educational qualifications speak for himself of his determination in pursuing knowledge in various fields to help the society to live in peace. 4+3 word couplet Tirukkural translation by Dr. R.J. Stephen Louis is a masterpiece. He took a great trouble to put into present form without affecting the original meaning by applying various tools to be accurate. It is a challenging task to stick to the 4+3 formula without deviating from the original text in Tamil. I, being non-Tamil, went through the book not like a newspaper but like a scripture. Every couplet is loaded with immeasurable depth in meaning. One can easily get connected and get struck by the words. It is a book to meditate and reflect and draw inspiration for life. I wonder how much a great wisdom flowed in this land centuries ago. I have also come across many biblical verses which made me feel that I was reading the Holy Bible. I wish the readers to draw more inspiration and wisdom through this translation, which is a masterpiece. Though it is such an ancient writing, it comes alive when we read it afresh today. We may have read the book as it is translated widely, but we can't help appreciating the author for his meticulous work. It is a unique translation. It is worth having it in our shelf, recommending it for schools, colleges, and universities. I recommend all the communities and streets in India to take steps in all respects for this great wisdom to be spread with a view to bringing harmony and peace among all walks of life, all walks of people. This is given by Father Bolly Reddy. And another person has given his preamble, that is Sanskriti Institute of Dravidian Culture and Research, Hyderabad, India. Dear Dr. Stephen, thanks for your kind mail and the loads of information about Kural. It is very enriching. I shall get back to you as and when you need me. Lovely to have read your Kural. It is a great work indeed. Congratulations on your masterpiece. I enjoyed reading it through in one sitting. I myself a lover of Thirukkural and always try to quote it in my speeches and writings. Any non-Tamil also can understand the glow and flow of it. Simply fantastic. Yours is a great attempt. I must appreciate your intellectual acumen. With kind regards, Father Dr. G. Lozer, SPD director, is the director. And Muthukumarasamy, he has also given his preamble in Tamil. Ayya Vanakkam, Thirukkuraliன் ஆங்கில ஆக்கம் அருமை தித்திக்கிறது காலமெல்லாம் இப்படைப்பு பேசப்படும் நன்றி அன்பு Muthukumarasamy. He is a Tamil veteran. So now the translation given by a few people, especially Dr. K.S. Anthony Swami, Head Department of English, Laila College, Chennai. He has given a review, and this is not found in few books because those books were printed before receiving this particular review, and other books were included with this review, and which you can find in the last page of the book. Read out that review on Thirukkural translation. Sujata, the great luminary of 20th century Tamil literature, stated that there is a yawning gulf between the classics in Tamil and their cognition among the contemporary Tamil youth. In order to make them understand, he made an attempt to paraphrase Athithudi and Thirukkural into layman's language. Similarly, Dr. Louis, the translator of 4+3 word couplet Thirukkural, has not only abided by the forms of a couplet but also transformed into a lucid, terse, and laconic content well suited to both the cognoscency and medical readers with his multifaceted forte in profound erudition. A sample study of his efforts would throw light on his anchorage and supremacy over both the source language and target language. He has quoted a translated couplet: Kingdom perishes if 8 virtues are unheeded. Kingdom perishes if 8. First line, virtues are unheeded. Chapter 55, couplet 8 on upright governance. The youth of the generation would easily get at the content of this Kural as if it had been done in communicative translation. I appreciate Dr. Louis for the immense efforts he has put in to make this intellectual sage with a great amount of passion. This is what he has given. And just read out the introduction which I have written for this one. The introduction which I have given. That will be of use to understand about the whole Thirukkural being interpreted by me in 133 chapters. When you see the video, you will be able to understand that if you go through this video particularly, that means if you watch this video previously, before going into other videos, it will be of use to you to understand those things very easily. That's why. How did I endeavor this task? This is what I have given. If you get the book, you will very well know about it. And listening is better, even according to Thiruvalluvar. So, I have given first this Quran 642. God diligently words that make or mar. The words even will make or mar. That means use the words very diligently, carefully select the words and use those words, lest the words should make things or destroy things. You have to be very careful about those words, lest you should be destroyed. That's the meaning. With a deep veneration, I implore my reader, scholars, attention. With a deep veneration, I implore my reader, scholars, attention for this introduction on my translation, so that the first attempt for this translation and the content review done thereafter could be understood in right perspective. I am very careful about words pursuant to the advice of Quran. Nevertheless, I need a lengthy introduction on this kind of intensity used in translation. Let me at the outset tell you that my natural quest at reviewing English language, even when I was doing my graduation, is witnessed in a column called Sinning with Words in the then Indian Express. My qualification in law, psychology, criminology, administration, English language, religions, alternative or paramedicine, and my unquenched thirst for bilingual grammar, Tamil and English. I'm bearing my profession as a teacher and an advocate has helped me a lot to understand Thirukural's intensity. I know and understand that Thirukural is the widely translated book next to the Bible, as the world knows. It has a lot of exclusive sections for psychology, paramedicine, language experts, victims, religion, administrators, and rationalists. Keeping all this in mind, I plunged into the task of translating the couplets, as it is with 4 words in the first line and 3 words in the second line, having myself read a number of interpretations in English translations on Thirukural. It took me a number of days amidst my schedules to complete the task. I am really happy to see that I have attempted a new, different approach in translating the Thirukural, which may be of immense use to those who like and love life throughout the globe. The translation aims at taking Thirukural to the world with a view to advising the world leaders in terms of peace. How is the language used for this translation? Grammar is the vital part of any language which actually conveys the exact meaning legally. It is also called a legal language. In English, an indefinite article can change the whole meaning, as in a few, a little, meaning some. Whereas sans the article, as in few and little, meaning nothing, despite the truth that some or nothing could not replace the above said words respectively. This is because the later, a few or some, is not perfectly negative in meaning. The same way the definite article preceding expresses an entirely different meaning of a sentence from the one which does not have, as I am going to school and I am going to school. In the former, we understand that I am neither a teacher nor a student, and in the later it means I am either a teacher or a student, though there are no such explicit expressions. Content review. Oxymoron is wealthy poor and poor wealthy. Quran number 973. It is pertinent to note that oxymoron is a figure of speech which would say as wise fool, where we think that a fool cannot be wise, but in oxymoron it is not so. A scholarly person behaving as a fool is called wise fool. Likewise, wealthy cannot be poor and poor cannot be wealthy too. But poor person behaving as a wealthy person is called wealthy poor. It is in a positive sense. The later, poor wealthy, is in negative sense. Moreover, I have deliberately employed poor instead of poorly, as per grammatical rule, to modify the adjective wealthy. if it were poorly wealthy, it would have also suggested positive sense, meaning wealthy person looking like a poor person, not behaving like. Both the poor or wealthy are implied noun derivative forms of the poor, the wealthy, or the wealthy. Thus, intensively and descriptively, grammatical usages are employed in this translation to extract the exact sense of the Quran. In Quran 978, personification is used as meant by Tirukkural. A few hyphenated words are also used in Quran 787. I have used a third person singular verb instead of third person plural verb after an adjective turned noun the great because of the Tamil word salbu. This will help the researchers. In Quran 999, meaning of being pessimistic is depicted through usage. Certain usages, such as in Quran 1000, are employed for minimal words following English descriptive grammar. In Quran 1006, Thiruvalluvar uses a proper noun as an abstract noun. The same is kept in mind in translation. In Quran 1008, the word Nacham is translated inaccessible, which is still weak in Telugu. In Quran 1014, abstract noun modesty is said as a concrete noun. In Quran 1016, the same word is shown as a proper noun, referring to a person. Here in the former two Qurans, Thiruvalluvar uses figures of speech only, not changing the pertinent words. The same is concentrated in English translation. In certain Qurans, as in Quran 1049, understood phrases are used. Quran 1039 is an example for good parable. Sans capital, no gain. Sans fellowship, defeat. Is a translation without any verb, but it implies meaning clearly, like the phrase joy, joy this year, boy or girl next year. In the marriage functions, Quran that is used in the marriage functions. Quran 1240 is an example of metaphor. In some of my translated Qurans, the usage of definite articles is only understood, though not used as far as the language rules allow. Paradox is also found in the Quran, which I have set forth below. Different words as to their depth. Certain words are translated keeping in mind the concept of psychology, philosophy, law, etc. As Thiruvalluvar looks as a sage, philosopher, prophet, and prophet, having known to all this intensively, in Quran 1067, A is translated not as cow, but as heart. Generally, it is translated as cow, but I have translated as heart. In Quran 1111, 4 ones, Anicham is kept intact. Apt words such as lust, worth, folly are translated from Tamil equivalent as the base for disease. While Quran 316, love of women not degraded. In Quran 822, Thiruvalluvar is generally depicted as having degraded women in translations and interpretations, but actually my translation goes as, this is very important, unworthy false friendship resembles one-sided love. This I have translated this way. Unworthy false friendship resembles one-sided love. If you find this Quran, it will be like this one. I read out the Tamil Quran also. That will help you know about it. It goes like this. Inam pontu inamallar kenmi magalir manam pola verubadum. This has been translated this way. And I have attempted another Quran also. That goes like this. Thought I could explain separately, but anyhow, I translated this way. That is Kalladan சொற் காமுறுதல் முளையிரண்டும் இல்லாதால் பெண் காமுற்றற்று. The uneducated preaching resembles a statue lusting. I have translated this way. So this goes like this. I have given one example in this introduction, but one more I will explain to you. Okay. So unworthy false friendship resembles one-sided love. This implies the minds of women. They do not tend to fall in love easily as the men do, but men having fallen in love long for the love of women. When a man expresses his love to women, he comes to know that woman's mind differs from that of his. This is exactly in friendship also. One thinks that the other is a friend, but when time comes, it is known that he is not so. This is the exact comparison, not at all degrading women. The paradox therein is commonly misunderstood by many. Difference between truth and lie. This is also important, which I will explain in the quarrels, which you will know about when you go through the videos. Diplomacy, that is constructive facts, aiming good cause, is also truth. Many a time we tend to translate or interpret that the Qural 292 as having licensed us for a lie, for good cause. Lie is lie. Truth is truth. Fact is fact. And how can lie become truth for good cause? This is good thought that we could think of. There are three different words we use: truth, lie, diplomatic statements or constructive facts. In Tamil, truth is mei, lie is poi, constructive fact is poimai, not poimai. Valluvar has introduced the Tamil word poimai. This looks like a lie but truth. That's why we call it constructive facts. Euphemism is a figure of speech to express this grammar diplomacy in law and in administration. Many great men have used grammar adjectives or adverbs to be diplomatic, which is a fact actually, but understood differently by the hearers. Constructive delivery of mails and actual delivery of mails are legal terms, which this translation clarifies this doubt also, which has differently been interpreted hitherto. So next one, mistake of law. No handicap exists barring mistake of law. Qural number 618. Indian Penal Code and Indian Contract Act do suggest that mistake of fact is excusable, whereas mistake of law is not. Thirukkural is very particular about this law even before these enactments, which came in 1860 and thereafter. Arbitration. Wavering mind makes none acclaimed international arbitrator. Qural number 598. Valliyam looks as if it referred to a professional, but actually it refers to a professional called arbitrator. Okay, Valliyam looks like as it refers to a profession, but actually it's not referring to a profession, it is referring to a professional arbitrator instead of his profession arbitration. Ullam, that is Ukam. Iladavar, that is இல்லாதவர் எய்தார் அடைய மாட்டார். உலகத்தில் வள்ளியம் நீதி வழங்குபவர் என்னும் என்கின்ற செருக்கு. பெருமிதம். இப்பாடலில் வள்ளியம் என்னும் செருக்கு என்ற அச்சொல் பெருமிதம் என்ற நற்பொருளில் வந்துள்ளது. ஊக்கமுடையவர்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும் ஒரு நற்பயனாக சொல்லப்படுகிறது. வேளாண்மை என்னும் செருக்கு 613வது குறளில் நகலானாம் நன்னயம் எனும் செருக்கு 860வது குறள் ஆகிய பாடல்களில் அது நல்ல பொருளிலும் ஆளப்பட்டுள்ளது. உலகத்து வள்ளியம் என்னும் செருக்கு எய்தார் இவ்வுலகத்தாருள் நீதி வழங்க வன்மையுடையோ என்று தம்மைத்தாம் மதித்தலை பெறார். So, next, arbitration is a divine function. A quote from the speech on 11th December 2015 at ICA International Conference on Arbitration. In the era of globalization at FICCI, New Delhi, by the Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice T.S. Thakur. Arbitrators are God's people. 1 Corinthians 6:1-5. Barron Study Bible, Goodness Bible. It gives like this. my paper on arbitration and its relation to family laws presented in the University of Madras on 28th to 29th January 2016 has elaborated on this. The Tamil word Valliyam is the oldest but newly discovered one for English is arbitrator. 3 witnesses. Truth is established through 3 unintroduced witnesses, 580 and 9. For arbitration or for any court proceedings, witnesses are important. Valluvar speaks of 3 unknown witnesses. We can see his insight in this matter too. Conciliator, Nayapitar, is a newly discovered Tamil word for conciliator from the Tirukkural 1189 and 1190. Kural 1189 has indicated a family conciliation, which is very new law in India after the introduction of Arbitration Conciliation Act 1996 for advocates. Kural 725 to 730 speak on practicing advocates or lawyers. They are self-evident in their translation. Phrasal verb, look on. Kural 1265, 1286 translation have in the above phrasal verb meaning to suggest that there was to think, avoid and view. This is the exact meaning of look on. Physiological terms. Kural 873, 835, 538, 548, 398, 126 speak of 7+1 endocrine glands that we have. Kural 392 speaks of eye, which has a deeper philosophical and psychological implications as detailed above. Cosmic law. Kurals 378, 374, 320, 245 are examples of cosmic law. Rhythmic. Kural 350, 425 are rhythmic as in Tamil. Exact numbers used. Items numerically used by Valluvar are exactly translated as you could find in Kural 863 and 864. Handling of words. For better understanding, cheater is used in place of cheats, as most of us know of it. It is also used in North America. In the 3rd section entitled Love, many words accustomed to the culture where Thiruvalluvar resided are used, which need a reception in English vocabulary. No better, as in Kural 143, is a coined word. In Kural 223, lest is used to mean so that not, which is always followed by should. Here should is understood, and so the 3rd person singular verb is does not follow it. The same rule is applicable for Kural 127 in the translation. A few foreign words such as sans instead of without, sulkiness for paleness, know the Suton for know thyself, sujok for handy, a treatment legal phrase mens rea in Kural 282, 287 for ill intention, agape for love that has no condition as explained above or implied in this translation for accuracy. Some of them have already been explained. In Kural 1240, there is no finite verb, but there is a meaning clearly understood. Kural 1210, the modal verb may is understood. As in Kural 939, many two words are reduced to one word as flee, for, go or run away. Chapter 90. Though chapter is named after women, it is all about how men should be with women, and all Kurals are translated with apt words, keeping in mind the original thought of Thiruvalluvar. Definition of idiots. Valluvar defines idiots as Thirnikapattar, Thiru being title for ordinary people. If it is removed from them, they become idiots, having friendship with prostitutes, liquor, gambling, all such. English dictionaries define them as being with no other job than whiling away the time. Conclusion. Unprepared speakers long for a long speech. Kural 649. Notwithstanding the fact that this translation can be understood well with the help of the lengthy preface, I am constrained to close this instruction herewith, at least to prove that I am prepared well. This way I have written the introduction for this one, this book. This is what is titled about my translation. And I have given one more thing. This is what is known as importance of this English translation. This should also be known. I read out that. I wrote a research article, namely, how Tamil is the mother of English, how the child, that is English, is predominant over the mother, that is Tamil now, and the necessity of its acceptance as such. And this was recommended for learning English through Tamil by former Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, late Dr. Selvi Jayalalitha, during her tenure. And the same was sent to all the great Tamil veterans like Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi for the valuable suggestions. In my research, I had clearly stated how English is predominant all over and why it is the language of aviation, computer, medicine, law, etc. The prime reason is that it is receptive and not the monopoly of the English. And the unshaken and unknown reason is its alphabets, both for spoken and written, having 44 plus 1 and 26 letters respectively. I have been formed and shaped keeping in mind the shape of human organs, endocrine glands, chromosomes and DNA. But we have completely forgotten the Tamil as the actual mother of English, which has contributed a lot to her offspring English in all aspects. This forgotten aspect is revealed through this translation in all aspects. In my translation, all 1330 couplets, each one concise with 7 words in the form of 4 plus 3, are structured into 3 sections, namely virtue, wealth, love, under 133 chapters, each with 38 chapters, 70 chapters and 25 chapters respectively, having 10 Kurals each, as exactly as Thiruvallur has done. I have depicted how Kurals are specific for each walk of life. Let's have a look at this. For judges, Thiruvallur has devoted 3 chapters from 55 to 57 for judges. The following Kural is an apt example of it. Judges defends all, but justice defends judges. Kural 547. This is an example of functioning of cosmic law in the macrocosmic level. Now, Seaton. This Greek phrase means know thyself. Valluvur says that the people who are unknown to this phrase schedule plans through their wishes, not knowing whether they would live to accomplish them. That's why he has given this Kural. I have translated this way. Kural number 337. Vicious gala in crores. Gala in crores. When know the Seaton unknown. Next, sujok, a Korean term to refer to su and jok, meaning hands and feet. This method is a well developed and proven for treatment without medication, generally known for treatment on the palms. Whatever Valluvur says in the following Kural has a special importance. Kural number 593. Sujok being known, none would be sick. Next, about hormones. Knowledge about our organs, hormones are not illegal. We have to live happily. We have to know about ourselves at least a little bit. Physicians are there to treat us where our knowledge would never hinder the treatment. Instead, it would understand it completely. Valluvur, being very knowledgeable and intelligent, he is prophetic about our hormonal systems. Interpreters how to be knowledgeable in different walks of life to understand Valluvur. His following Kural astonishes us, as having been said long back, This proves him to be a scientist without any chemical or physical experiments, enabling him to be called prophet rather than a scientist. Quran number 835. Foolishly acting loses function of 7 hormones. This is Quran number 835. A few people born in this world have this sort of scientific insight even before science could enter into this world without learning science, or some people are prophetic. Thiruvalluvar has exactly used the number 7 in 8 couplets or chorals. This 7 may be understood pursuant to how much we have learned or known. Each one interprets from his own point of view, which is to say what he has known so far. For me, it is exactly the hormonal system only. This can be substantiated from Tirukkural itself. Kurals 873, 538, 548, 398, 126 also speak of the same thing. If my friends look at the Quran and my translation keeping this idea in mind, I'm sure that they would surely understand what he implies. Just to elaborate, Yen Padathan, that is in Quran number 548, refers to 8 qualities of 7 plus 1 endocrine glands, which are the output of these glands functioning properly, as our medical science would never object to it. There are also required qualities for a governance at a larger level, that is macrocosmically, and for a good health and mind of the ruler governing at a microcosmic level, that is microcosmically. The list of all 8 attitudes and their functions are explained in my exclusive book of interpretation of Tirukkural. See, he has given 8 attributes. Even the first chapter he has spoken about that. Those 8 attributes, 7 plus 1 endocrine glands may be referred to that one. So when you go through all the videos given herein, you will understand all these things. The 7 plus 1 endocrine glands are there, and he has spoken about 8 attributes of God. Attributes. Which attributes I have brought out from Isaiah 58. 6, 7, 8 verses, wherein I explain about those things. And those all the attributes of God, or all the attributes which God wants, can be possible, or the products of the endocrine glands functioning in a right way, in a proper way. If the endocrine glands do not function in a proper way, these attributes will not be there with human beings. Those 8 attributes you can find in the videos, in the videos found below. So I have given about those 8 attributes. Even in the first chapter you could find that. Okay, I need not reiterate or repeat all those things for one of time. Okay, I just go ahead. You can write, if you can write me, if you are interested in this topic. My email ID is already given. You can find in the website also. That is drrslouie@gmail.com. Okay, other scientific insights. We understand that the literature of a particular era furnishes an insight into the state of knowledge of the people living in the period. Seen from this angle, Tirukkural is an authentic mine of information on the progress of civilization in ancient Tamil Nadu, that the Tirukkural is considered by many scholars to have been composed about 2000 years ago. It is an excellent treatise on social ethics and morality. It is also well known, notwithstanding its non-recognition, that it also symbolizes a condensed encyclopedia of science. It is a condensed encyclopedia of science, agriculture and medicine. The couplet of 1031 indicates the possibility of the awareness of the rotation of the earth on its own axis. See, the rotation of the earth has been even spoken of by Thiruvalluvar 2000 years back, even before people could believe that earth rotates the sun. Before finding that, he could tell that. How? It's prophetic. Agriculture helps others like the earth rotating. He has given the same word in Tamil. Such knowledge wonders us, as it was prevalent before the scientific era. In my opinion, this sort of knowledge might have been attained through the intuition by certain people who had been united with God in their thoughts and minds, not letting the world know about their close relationship with God. See, these people who would be they would have a very good relationship with God. And they would not let it be known by the people. Other people would not know about it. And they would think that these people are ordinary, very ordinary people. No. But these people would have that sort of relationship with God. And that relationship would reveal them all these things. That kind of relationship Thiruvalluvar would have got. And he would have proven that. And he has proven that he had that relationship, but he has not let it known to the people by words. He has not let it known, and he has not disclosed the fact that he has done it, but he has proven that he had that relationship. That's what we could understand from here, and that's why I'm telling like this. About a few people are there like that. Another awestruck example may intensify this thought as follows. There was a man called Jacob, who is a son of Isaac, some 4,000 years back. He could explain the function of the pineal gland, which the scientists have known recently. More astonishing point is that they said Jacob only named the gland, which we still follow with slight variance in spelling. I've written a separate research article. Those interested may ask for it. Waldenberg has an insight in astronomy, mathematics, geology, chemistry, physics, etc. Though I cannot write all of this, I have given 2 quotes depicting deep insight and knowledge on medical science and psychology for better understanding of my translation. Lie not from heart, lest heart dysfunction. This is one of the quotes, 293. Another quote, 294. Lie not from mind to inherit the world. When scientists speak about heart, they say that during 1 to 3 a.m., our endocrine functions start when the function of the brain stops. This time we are able to know about ourselves completely, which is time of heart and pineal joining through a secretion. A chemical secreted from the pineal enters into the heart. During this time, if we are in dark place and asleep, this is called a non-REM sleep. Melatonin also secretes. If we tend to voice out against what we are practically experiencing, it will make our heart dysfunction. Scientists know all this just 200 years back. But how was Waldenberg able to visualize all this? Answer is his hormonal secretion that could tell him all that he had, all that he has said. The same way, the next Quran number 294, can also be explained. This has a lot of things to do with the psychology also. If we start analyzing on Waldenberg's medicinal knowledge, we can establish an alternative medicinal system like Unani, Ayurveda, Siddha, Yoga, Bible medicine, etc. Positive abnormalities. 3 Qurans deal with the positive abnormalities, such as set forth hereunder. This is he has spoken about that. I have used the title of the 8th chapter as being love instead of being in love or being lovable. The language used here is descriptive in nature, an outcome of theocentric philosophy. This can be explained through the following translation of Kural love. Kural. Love is personified in the little. Okay. If we have a little knowledge, we cannot understand about this one. That is why the title is given as love. If we know something more about love, we could understand that in a better way. That is what I want to mean here. The reason can be explained through the following Kural 72. Lovableness is selfish, but lovelessness is selfish, but lovableness is agape. I read it again. Lovelessness is selfish, but lovableness is agape. This way I have translated Quran number 72. Agape, a new special word invented by Apostle Paul after the death of Christ in the Greek language, has no alternative word in any other language spoken all over the world, nor is there any equivalent phrase except in Tamil Tirukkural. Yenbum uriyar pirarukku, as to my knowledge, to refer to the highest form of love. It is not a feeling. It is a motivation for action that we are free to choose or reject. Agape is a sacrificial love that voluntarily suffers inconvenience, discomfort, and even death for the benefit of another, without expecting anything in return. We are to agapo, that is a verb of agape, and that you can find. We have to agapo God. That is Matthew 22:37. And we have to agapo our neighbor. That is Matthew 22:39. We have to even agapo our enemies. That is found in Matthew 5:43-46. We are not to agapo money. That is found in Matthew 6:24. We are not to agapo darkness. This is in John 3:19. We are not to agapo men's approval. This is found in John 12:43. So these are the things which are spoken over there in the Tirukkural also. The Bible is also speaking about this, and the same thing is being repeated over here in the Tirukkural. That's why this book is, I don't consider this as, it's complementing the Bible. Bible need not be complemented by Tirukkural, but Tirukkural is a supplementary to the Bible, or it is a book which is also speaking about certain things which are already spoken in the Bible. And if you take two books which are going parallel, and if you research in other books also, there may be parallel verses or parallel sentences, parallel quotes, all such may be there. It is up to you to find all those things, and I have found out this one. And if it is there, if anything is there, and if you can find anything, you are free to write to me, and we can think about that, and we can include. If you could find something parallel in any of the books which you come across, maybe religious books or some other book or whatever book it may be, if there is something like that, we can include and we can applaud that. Those things may be welcomed by people who are knowledgeable. I am ready to welcome, and this is found in the Bible. The Bible has asked us not to love money, not to love darkness, not to wait for our love men's approval alone. The Bible asks us the same way to love God, love our neighbor, and even our enemies. The same thing is repeated by Valluvar. Valluvar asks us to love our enemies the same way. Thereby, lovableness is a property that makes someone or something lovable. Thereby, lovableness is a property that makes lovableness, I will put in within quotes, that makes someone or something lovable. The teaching is that we have to love, that is agape, with. That is yenbum uriyar pirarukku. Not because we were or shall or will be loved back. because it is an obligation, seeing what God has wonderfully done in the world, not expecting anything from any one of us. That is why we could think of Jesus Christ's death. He loved so much. So that is the reason that he could tell on the when he was on the cross, being crucified, after being battered, whatnot, he could tell this way that they don't know what they are doing, and Father, you forgive them. This way he could tell. He did not curse them. He did not tell that they should be punished all such. No, forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. This can be done only by the person who is so much of love. So that is the reason that this chapter is being titled as being love. Love is being personified. Here I take Jesus Christ as the embodiment of love. So it is spoken like that. So the same way he is explaining about Yenbu Muriyar Prarku. If you I know about this one. I have studied so many books, and I have found this one out of my research. And if you could explain about something which is also equivalent to this one, you just send me the details. We can discuss about that, and we can include that in the syllabus too. Right. To explain this, I am bringing to your attention two more quarrels as given here and there. Advising drunkards is like torching drowning man. 9 to 29. So he is giving a good quarrel. You cannot advise a drunkard. It is like torching man who is drowning. This I explained in the 9:29, the quarrel. When I'm interpreting, I have given it. Just to go through that video. Thiruvallur emphasizes the point that advice is immaterial for a drunkard. Thereby, he invites us to think of the need of something or someone in lieu of advice. Someone should come to help him out, not advice. That is the implication given by Thiruvallur. That space left off in Quran 9:29, unfulfilled, is complemented by Quran 1015, which shows someone bearing everyone's guilt. Okay, one Quran says about this one, that 9:21. That Quran says advising a drunkard is like torching drowning man. This is incomplete, because who has to come in the place of advice, or who has come, or what has to come in the place of who has to come, or what has to come in the place of advice. Advice is not enough. It's not of no use, whatever says, but to what has to come or who has to come. That is being spoken in Quran number 1015, which shows someone bearing everyone's guilt. That person has to come. Hence, we could understand that one abounding in modesty, that is the person he is speaking. One abounding in modesty is a dire need for the drunkard, not the advice. How is this possible? Quran 72 answers, saying that through agape, yenbu muriyar prayerku, it is possible. The person who is ready to show this yenbu muriyar prayerku, that is the agape love, that is the divine love, is needed for changing this drunkard, not the advice. Your advice will not change the person. The person who has sacrificed his yenbum uriyar prayerku, that is, sacrifice his yenbu, that is his own bones for other person. Such a person is needed for this drunkard. So we are all like drunkards in the world. Sometimes we are not able to do things as God wants us to do, or the nature, according to the nature's design. We are not able to do that. That can be done if somebody comes and gives his life for us. That is what is spoken here. One abounding in modesty, this person is needed. Okay, and that Quran 1015, one abounding in modesty bears everyone's guilt. That is what is seen in Jesus Christ. If you could tell me, that can be seen in somebody else also, you tell me. The one abounding in modesty is the agape, or the being love. He needs or expects nothing from you for bearing your guilt. He does it as he is abounding in modesty. So, the medicine suggested for drunkards is not a piece of advice but a person. So, I think, not only I think, I have that the very good belief that God is not the monopoly of anybody. He is not an exclusive property of anybody. He is for everybody. He is for the world. Beyond religion, beyond sex, beyond gender, beyond sect, beyond anything. He is for everybody. He is not the monopoly of anybody. We people are claiming that He is our God, He is our God, all such. He is God for everybody. He is God for everyone who is living in the world, because He has created everyone over here. And everyone is being controlled by Him only. Everything is happening because He permits everything to happen over here. So He is the person who is to control us, and He is the person needed for us to do things. He is the person who has to come, and he should give his life also. That is what is meant. So that person is God. That person is the replica of God. He is reflecting God, so he becomes a replica of God. Thereby we understand God. Thereby we understand who is God, and thereby we are able to understand how God would be. How God would be, and how God is, and what is God's love. That is why the agape, the word agape, is used in Greek language the same way என்புமுறியர் பிறருக்கு is used. This phrase is used by திருவள்ளுவர் over here. Okay. The one abounding in modesty is the agape, or the being love. He needs or expects nothing from you for bearing your guilt. He doesn't expect anything from you, because he has come here, he has shown his love, he has sacrificed his life, all such. He doesn't expect anything from you. He just gives, because he has created you. He is your father. He has created you. He is ready to sacrifice himself for you. He doesn't expect anything from you. He doesn't ask you, give him any money. He doesn't ask you to go and do anything for him, or he is not in the church or in mosque or temple, or no. He is in you. That is what I believe. That is what the Bible says. In 1 Corinthians 3, 16, 17 says, God is dwelling, you are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God is dwelling within you. He is dwelling within us. So, He is within us. That is. He does it as He is abounding in modesty. Why He is doing all these things? Because He is abounding in modesty. So, the medicine suggested for drunkards is not a piece of advice, but a person. A person is a medicine here, not a piece of advice. Who is being love or agape is or என்புமுறியர் பிறருக்கு. The same one, abounding in modesty, as called in the above quarrel, is called modesty itself. He is the modesty itself. Again, modesty is personified. The modesty is being spoken as if it were a person. This is personified in the following quarrel, 1016. Modesty guards society and patronizes worldly good. According to Thiruvallur, for everyone's fault, for guarding the society and patronizing the good world, modesty is required. He is again telling this modesty, abounding in love, has to sacrifice itself for himself for the world, because he has sacrificed his own bones for all this, and he is required for the world, to guard the world, to help the world, protect the world, all such. Modesty is humility or meekness or humbleness, as the dictionaries put forth. So we need someone who can be called modesty itself. His work would be twofold: at a microcosmic level to bear others' guilt, that is personal savior, and at a macrocosmic level to safeguard the world and its goodness, that is world's savior or protector, only through his meekness or humility or modesty of humbleness, not requiring anything from anyone whatsoever. We continue this one also. language used. The language used, I have explained about the language which I used in this video, the book, and in the video also, just to explain the language which I used in the Thirukkural English couplets is used in the video also, my video, and the other things which I have earlier said. Okay, I tell you something about this book also. I started this work in 2006 itself, but I could not continue for some time after translating 20 chapters randomly. As soon when time permitted, I could do a little bit. This continued till 2010. Thus by this year, I had completed only 35 chapters. Then I was able to work out in the year 2014 and could translate yet another 10 chapters. Then after that, I completed 20 chapters in 2016. For the rest of the chapters up to 133, containing 1330 Kurals, I tried a one-stretch attempt in 2017 and finished the work on 15/12/2017. My translation work is an output of my reading, hearing, learning, education, research, search, and qualification. My thirst for learning made me choose my legal profession as an advocate come visiting professor, having given up full-time teaching and freelance knowledge impartation, and go after books as a result, lakhs and lakhs of books thronged to me. My qualification is the result of my education, which impacted the translation. One could find the in-depth meaning of Thirukkural using different walks of life, if qualified or educated in many fields or allied subjects. Had I not been fortunate enough by the grace of God to learn psychology, physiology, philosophy, criminology, religion, management, alternative complementary medicines, law, English and Tamil, I would have found it hard to find the actual meaning of Kural to translate it correctly. So this way this has been translated, and so many people helped me in so many other ways, and which I have put as expression of gratitude in the book, which you can go through, and which I have given there in the one of the pages there in the university pages. You can find that too, and we can see a little bit of information regarding the university and other things. Okay, now I just want to give you something more about. I just want to tell you, because this is meant for people who don't know about Thirukkural, because it is only in English for those people who don't know Tamil language also, those people who only speak or know English, they could know something more about the Thirukkural. That's why I just want to tell you what is Thirukkural first, and then we can go ahead with this one. Thirukkural English couplet, Thirukkural English video couplet for ICA University. Each one has to be explained to you, and you have to know about each one. Thereby you will be able to understand little bit of information about this Thirukkural English couplets and the university. So now I start with this one. What is Thirukkural? What is this book all about? First, mainly I will give you some features. I give you some facts about Thirukkural. These are the general facts, and then I will come to the specific fact about Thirukkural, what for it is, and why this has been chosen by me, and why this particular university, that is an exclusive virtual online institute, is devoted for this purpose of spreading Thirukkural. All such will be explained to you. Before that, just to give you the facts about the Thirukkural. Thirukkural was first printed and published in the year 1812. Everybody knows about it. 1812 only it was published, printed and published. Thirukkural's earlier name was Muppal. Thirukkural consists of 133 chapters. We call in Tamil Adhikaram. Thirukkural's Arathupal consists of 38 couplets. Arathupal is the first one, that is virtue. Virtue, we call it virtue. Where we find the 380 couplets, that is 38 chapters. Thirukural's Porulpal consists of, Porulpal is wealth. It consists of 700 couplets, that is 70 chapters. Thirukural's Kamathupal consists of 250 couplets, that is 25 chapters. Kamathupal is nothing but that is on love. This is exclusively on love between husband and wife, emotional and physical love between husband and wife. Okay, Thirukural consists of total 1330 couplets. Total words in Thirukural, total number of words used in Thirukural are 14,000 words. 14,000 words are used. Total letters on Thirukural are 42,194. Out of 247 Tamil letters, only 37 letters are used in Thirukural. In Tamil, we have 247 letters. We have 247 letters, but only 37 letters are used in Thirukural. Thirukural speaks only about two flowers, Anicham and Kuvalai. These are the two flowers spoken over there. Thirukural speaks about only one fruit known as Nerunji fruit. Nerunji fruit. Thirukural speaks only about one seed known as Kuntumani seed. Only Tamil vowel not used in Thirukural is Au. Au is one of the vowels in Tamil. It's not used in Thirukural. One chapter comes, one chapter's name. Chapter that comes twice in Thirukural is Kuriparidal. Thirukural speaks only about two trees, palm tree and bamboo tree. Largest used letter in Thirukural is Ni, 1705 times used. Letters that was used only once in Thirukural is Li and N. Words that was not used in Thirukural is Tamil and Kadavul. Kadavul Valthu is there. Kadavul was the praise of Almighty is there, but that is the title given later. But God, he has not used that word Kadavul, that is God. Instead, he is used Adi. Another word has been used instead of God, which can be translated God into English. This way, we can find the Thirukural. Thirukural was first published by Tanjai Jnanapragasa. Tanjai Jnanapragasa. He is a person first printed Thirukural. Jnanapragasa. He only published first. And Thirukural's first explanatory prose was written by Manakudavar. Thirukural was first translated in English by G.U. Pope. Thirukural's 10th explanatory prose was written by Parimal Alagar. Thirukural consists of the word Kodi in 7 places. Kodi. The word Elubadu Kodi is present only in one place. The word Elu, that is word 7, is present in 8 couplets, which I have already spoken. Only number that was not present in Thirukural is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 used. 9 is not used. Thirukural is the 3rd largest book in the world language. First is the Bible. Thirukural's English translation was done by around 40 people. Now unique translation has been done. This is unique and it's a first of its kind, because it has 4 words 3 words in 2 lines. I mean 4 plus 3 words. 4 words in the first line, 3 words in the second line. And this is a unique feature of the Quran, Tirukkural. This, we have seen about the facts are special features of Tirukkural. Now we see how this has been translated. This has been translated, I already told you, in 4 plus 3 words in 2 lines. And I have put all the 1330 Qurans in 133 chapters into 16 heads. This is very unique. Uniquely I have done it as 16 heads. Our 16 heads or headings or aspects. These 16 heads are, first is attitudinal aspects. Attitudinal aspects. This is from 1st chapter to 5th chapter. And family counseling. Valluvar is giving counseling also. This is from 6th chapter to 20th chapter. And in the third one, it is peace to the world. This is very important, the peace to the world, for which this book has been devoted. Peace to the world, chapter 21 to 24. And compassion. Compassion, he is speaking about compassion, that is 25th chapter alone. And food, he is speaking about food. What type of food we can eat, how, all such. This is from 26 to 27 chapters. And the 6th one is about law, 28 to 37 chapters about law. No, in our Indian constitution is encouraging us to speak out or encourage people with a scientific temper, all such. Article 51A, J and H encourage us to do that. And we have the responsibility to do that. It is not only is encouraging. It is to be said that it is a duty, fundamental duty. It is a fundamental duty. We have the fundamental right, right? Fundamental right is there. Fundamental rights are given there, and these are fundamental duties. So here, Valluvar also speaks on such things from 28 to 37 chapters. And he speaks about cosmic law. What is this cosmic law? Cosmic law, when you go through chapter 38, you will know little bit, and that is exclusive chapter for that. And so many verses are there randomly here and there in all chapters. You could find cosmic law being explained, which I have put there on page in www.icauniversity.us. There is a specific page for that, and you go through that and you will find what is cosmic law and such. And for want of time, I cannot explain all this in detail. This has been detailedly explained in the chapter 38. When you click on 38, chapter 38 in my video, that is a Tirukkural English couplet, Tirukkural English video couplet for ICA University. You can click on that, opening the university web page, and you will find things over here, there too. And then frame of life, which are from 39 to 57, chapters. Grace, spoken in chapter 58. And then you can see about governance, 59 to 78. And fellowship and foolishness, spoken over there in chapter 79, from 79 to 85, chapter 85. Next, 12th one, temperance and family counseling also, that is 86 to 95. And 13th one, society, chapter 96 to 102. And family tradition, 14th one, 103 to 104. Teaching on prosperity, that is 105 to 108. And husband and wife's Emotional and physical love. He speaks on this one also. That is coming in the last section. That's on love, 109 to 133. This way he is, I have devised this world verse Thirukkural. I already told you virtue, wealth, love. These are the three sections. In the first one, that is in the virtue, we have 38 chapters. And wealth, we have 70 chapters. And in love, we have 25 chapters. Totally 133 chapters. When you consider it as Kurals, each chapter has in 10 Kurals. So, first one, virtue, we have 380 Kurals. In wealth, we have 700 Kurals. In love, we have 250 Kurals. This love love is particularly on on the physical and emotional love between a husband and wife. So 1330 Kurals on the whole. This way, I have done this classification. This is nothing but the classification which I have done for easier understanding, easier teaching, easier learning, all such. Okay, now we have known a little bit about Thirukkural and my translation. And this particular Thirukkural, I explain about this book, this video book called Thirukkural English Video Couplets for ICA University. So now we have to know a few things. Before going into anything, we have to know what is this university and what is this all for. This is called ICA University. What is this? ICA University. This has been, this has three titles: www.icauniversity.us or ICA University or International Christian Arbitrators University. So I explain about this one. These three, all three together, either www.icauniversity.us or ICA University or International Christian Arbitrators University. Anyway, this can be used either this or that or that. This way, this can be used, this particular title can be used. And this is being registered with ROC, Department of Higher Education, MHRD. That is Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. Okay, copyrighted. And this is obtained diary number 6649 of 2011, CO/L. Register number, you can find that also in the university website pages. Number L/52087 of 2013. Dated, you can see the application dated 19/5/2011. This is particularly for imparting knowledge. Virtually. So virtual online institute we have established. So that is the purpose, and that is the purpose to spread Thirukkural English couplets. So Thirukkural English Couplet is a book authored by me. Thirukkural English Video Couplets for ICA University is again a book, that is virtual book. It has also obtained ISBN number, which is also going to get copyrighted, and it's automatically copyrighted, and that also you can find that is a book, especially for those people who are interested to learn Thirukkural English couplets and get appreciated and applauded and commented and sometimes certified. Okay. And everything is free of cost. No payment, no fee is charged. That's very, 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 very important. We don't charge any payment. That is out of our belief. We don't charge anything. I will explain that too. Okay, this university has been created in such a way that anybody could come and learn things from Thirukkural. Purpose of spreading Thirukkural, it has been totally devoted, completely devoted. It is an absolute devotion for Thirukkural's being spread throughout the world. Anybody can do that. In Tamil it is there, and it can be done through Thirukkural English couplet, because it has been translated the same way as it has been given in Tamil. So that is the reason of this translation. Being one with that type of kurals, I felt translating as written by Thiruvalluvar. That is the reason that this has come out as a book, right? Published by the Palaniyappa brothers, one of the well-known publishers in Tamil Nadu, even in India. Those people are well known for, you would know about. Even I have used, Konar Tamil Urai. They are known for Konar Tamil Urai throughout Tamil Nadu. Still now they are doing, and in those olden days, Konar Tamil Urai, very famous for Tamil, learning Tamil texts in the schools. Now too they are doing. So that's that publication. That Konar is the person, he used to write that, and one of the luckiest thing is that the Konar belongs to. He studied. Not studied. He was teaching in St. Joseph's College, Trichy, and that rector, that college's rector, present rector, came and launched our book release. So that is a unique thing. I didn't know previously that Konar studied in St. Joseph's College, Trichy. When Reverend Father Dr. Leonard Fernando, when he came and launched the book release, I came to know that Konar also studied, worked in as a professor. He was a Tamil professor there, and then only he started this. Okay, that is also unique thing for us, and a unique thing for them too, and for everybody on the whole, because it's for everybody, right? And then we have to know this one, this way. This as a domain. What domain? This is www.icauniversity.us. This is a domain. Why this domain? This is CC. We call it a top level domain. Country code top level domain CC, country code top TL, top level domain, CCTLD, country code top level domain. That's www.icauniversity.us. That is also copyrighted exclusively, right? Then how it has been formed? This has been formed using Christian laws, Christian international laws. So the law has been used, that Christian law, only Christian law is available for this purpose. As far I know, I being an advocate, I know about it. As far my knowledge goes, I have used Christian law to form this university virtually to spread the free education for spreading Thirukkural. So as far the knowledge goes, I have used it. Whatever law is available, we can use. So we are spreading using that Christian law to form this university. Why Christian law is used? Because I am the firm believer in the particular thing where the law requires, I could do that. And as a division of a Christian religion ministry called Bible Medicine Ministries. This is a division of Bible Medicine Ministries. So there are two divisions. One is totally different. International Bible Medicine Ministries, International Christian Arbitrators University. That is a totally different one. and that is used for spreading ministry works on all such. But this particular thing is used for spreading Tirukkural. Okay, this is also part of the division of Bible Medicine Ministries. The Bible Medicine Ministry is a charter of an incorporated church organization that is the State of Oregon Incorporation, Commerce Department, Corporate Division, USA. Okay, the rest of the information you could find in my pages, very well given. The certificates are given there. You can very well go through all those things, and you can see some of the documents, proofs on the screen. While I'm talking on this, you could find on the screen the things, and moreover, you can go to the pages where you could click on the pages, and your page will open, and you can see all those things visibly given over there. Okay, now we call it Bible Medicine Ministries and Bible Medicine Ministries International. Why Bible Medicine Ministries International? Is internationally acclaimed, and it is a part of it is a charter of incorporation of US. So it's called International Ministries. Moreover, it aims of international activities, that is just to preach, just to tell. Jesus Christ, just before his ascension, after his death, after his resurrection, he called his disciples and said, yes, you do one thing. He used to tell this. He said this: go and preach this gospel to all the people all over. What is the gospel? What is gospel? Gospel is nothing but good news. What is that good news? It doesn't require anything. You need not be a member of church. You need not give anything to God. You need not do anything for God. Just to believe what He said. He said, you could find in Luke 10:37, verse number 37. He asked a lawyer. A lawyer was questioning Jesus Christ. Who is a neighbor? Who was his neighbor? Jesus was talking about a neighborhood, and you love your neighbor, your enemies, all such. This person, lawyer, those days lawyers were very influential persons, and they came and they used to come like this, and they used to ask Jesus Christ questions. So one of the times he was questioned by a lawyer, and the lawyer was given explanation. He used a parable. Parable is nothing but a story, and he explained about a story. There he used the Samaritan story. That became a Good Samaritan later. And Samaritan story used by Jesus Christ became a law in 2015 by Supreme Court of India, and it has been drafted. And draft is there. Good Samaritan Act 2014 in India. It is not yet become act. So Supreme Court has made it a law in 2015, where in the 37th verse he says to the lawyer, go and do likewise. That means you go and help the victims. That is a command given to every Christian, everybody on the whole. I don't consider any book an exclusive property of anybody. I don't consider any book as the monopoly of anybody. It is my book. I could purchase this book, I could read, and I could do things according to the advice given in the books. So nobody could compel me to do anything. Apart from that, you cannot do that. No, it is my freedom. It's my liberty. So God is for you, anybody. That doesn't mean that you have to be a member of a church. The Bible speaks about that. 1 Corinthians, if you read in 1 Corinthians, there it is said, you are the temple of God. 3:16 and 17. You are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God is dwelling within you. For that, I have spoken so many things which are recorded and which have been put in Christian departments. Christian department, the page is there. You click on that and you listen to all these things which are very well explained. Each one 1.5 years, I think. So you can listen to that. If it goes like, I go on explaining all these things, it will be repeated. No need of repetition. You can listen to all those things over there. So Christian law is used for this. And ICA University can be explained this way. Why ICA University with the Thirukkural, and why Christian law is Thirukkural? Why Christian law is used for spreading Thirukkural? I have explained in so many videos in 133 chapters. I will explain about this one. Why I am using it is because it's a parallel good message to the Bible. I don't consider it's complementing the Bible. It's not complementing the Bible. It is supplementing the Bible. It is a supplementary to the Bible. Bible is there, Thirukkural is here. Both are going parallel in so many ways. For example, I already said this is also international. Kural number 598. Arbitration. It speaks about arbitration. Wavering mind makes none acclaimed international arbitrator. Right? And Jesus Christ also said in Mark 16:15, go and preach the gospel to all the creatures all over the world. How you will go all over the world and preach and obey the commandment of Jesus Christ? Only through internets. Why only through your teaching through internets? For that it has been created, the university has been created, and that parallel message is two universities are there. One for the Bible, exclusively for the Bible. That is Bible Medicine Ministration and International Christian Arbitrators University, exclusively for the Bibles being spread. And this is exclusively for the parallel book, another parallel advice given by Thiruvallur. And this is exclusively for Thirukkural, right? And I don't compare these two books. I don't say this is a Christian book. No, I don't say. That is why I said it's not complementing the Bible. Bible is a different one. Thirukkural is a different one. But both, so many ways, these are going parallelly. So many other books may be there. I don't know about those books. If these books are going parallelly, you can give me guidance. I will include these things also. I have other departments. Whatever religious books or whatever other books comes, I will add as pages and we can put it. And now too I have put other religious, speeches are put in other religious departments. You can find that too. But parallel passages, parallel messages are between the Bible and the Quran, as far I know, as far my knowledge goes, as far I have devised that way of spreading Thirukkural. So, one thing. And I have explained here itself about how Thiruvallur is using so many things which are being fulfilled by Jesus Christ, right? This is an expectation, but that doesn't stop there itself. That means it is for everybody. You need not belong to a church. You can anybody. That is an important point to remember. Now I tell one more thing. If you go to Romans 14:1, verse number 1, Romans 14, verse number 1. If you read in Message Bible, there is a version called Message Bible, which I have given there. Message Bible, in the pages, if you open, you could find that too. Message Bible. Why it is for non-Christians also? The Bible says, because this university has been created using the Christian laws, the Christian laws used to spread Thirukkural. Why? It should reach, Thirukkural should reach non-Christians, non-speaking, non-Tamil speaking community, and even sometimes Tamil speaking community who don't know about these type of things, or who have not come to this thought. How this law is used? 14:1, Romans 14:1 in the Message version, it is clear cut. Other versions we don't understand properly. So Message version, where it is given, we welcome everybody to learn from. We also want to learn from you, and you can also learn from us. So we welcome you to learn things from what we have devised, what we have done. So that is free of cost. Why it is free of cost? That is also explained. It is totally free of cost. It's our belief that it should be done free of cost. Bible commands us. Proverbs 23:23 commands us that it should be free of cost. We should not sell truth. We don't sell the truth. We don't follow other universities for this purpose. We don't sell truth. Truth is to be spread free of cost. Everybody has to know about. Everybody is having liberty to know about. Everybody is having the right to know about. But when it comes in terms of cost, fees, payment, people are hindered from coming and learning. So the Bible takes away that. It says, don't sell truth. But it is your duty to support us. That also Bible says, but buy the truth. You can support us. You can donate us. Thereby we will be doing a lot of such things. So first you just subscribe our channel, thereby YouTube channel, and you come to this particular website. You can learn a lot. It's free, absolutely free. All such things are there. Okay, we are doing it free. And the same Message Bible in Romans 14:1 welcomes other people to come and learn from this university. From us, from people who know about things in this way. From the way which we are giving this Thirukkural, or we are, as the way we are presenting Thirukkural. We can come and learn from us. One thing that is open for everybody, as per Romans 14:1. Read the Message Bible. And then 17 and 18 verses. So when you go through other verses, few other verses, you could find this one. What the Bible, the same Bible, in the same Romans 14:18 to 19. 18 to 19, you can find one more thing. 18 to 19 verse. What is that? Here we welcome everybody to come and learn. And 18 to 19, another exclusive thing is there. This book, already I told you, it is for peace, spreading peace all over the world. This is for spreading peace all over the world. This book, Peace of the World, it has been given in the beginning. It's dedicated to peace of the world. So when we read all the Qurans, we could know that peace is being spread by Thiruvallur. The same reason is behind this translation also. So that is the purpose of this translation, and that is the purpose of this video couplet also. And why this is used in this ICA University? It is because the ICA University also aims at peace of the world. That is nothing but a peace of the world. Okay, and where is it spoken? We have to know about that. That's also important. I told you this is both for non-Christians and Christians. We welcome non-Christians and Christians to come to this website to learn about Thirukkural. Through Thirukkural also we can get edified. I tell you, in Romans 14:1, that goes like this. Verse number 14, 14:1, 14 chapter 14 verse 1, Romans. Message Bible. That is Message version. That goes like this. We welcome those people, anybody. Welcome. The Bible is commanding Christians to welcome with open arms fellow believers any believer who don't see things the way you do. Bible is commanding the Christian or the believer who believes in the Bible, you believe this way, you welcome with open arms fellow believers who don't see things the way you do. And don't jump all over them every time they do and say something you don't agree with. The Bible is advising the Christians to welcome all the people to come to this type of knowledge or to discussion or to this type of understanding or whatnot. But at the same time, don't jump all over them every time they do or say something you don't agree with. And again it says, even when it seems that they are strong on opinions but weak in the faith departments. If they are weak in faith departments, don't worry about that. They are weak in their opinion. They are strong in their opinion. Maybe weak in the faith departments. No matter. But they are strong in their opinion. Remember, they have their own history to deal with. Remember, they have their own history to deal with. Treat them gently. That is the reason we have opened this university for others, everybody. But we don't take any responsibility. We don't take any liability for your claims. That is our disclaimer. We don't accept that. We are advising you. If you want, you can follow. If you don't want, you can give up. Even God doesn't compel you to do certain things. If you want, you can. If you don't want, you need not. Here we don't charge anything. We just do things that we know. We have enriched ourselves. We have edified ourselves. We have got benefits, blessings out of these things. I just want to let you know also. If you want, you can follow. If you don't want, you can leave. Very well. Even God doesn't do that. He has given us free will or free agency. That way we can reject or we can accept. We can come into or we can get rid of. Whatever way we want to deal with, we can deal. The same way we don't take any responsibility for any claims for the damages that you have met with because of the advice that we give. We are not giving any advice. We are just giving you knowledge. If you want to follow, you follow, testing that. Or you consult with other experts. Whatever you want to do that way, you do. But we don't accept any claim. You test that. Or you consult other people. Or you consult other books. Or you yourself go and read those verses in the Bible. Or read your own religious books or your own books that you have. All such. And understand. And then follow. We don't accept any claim of liability, any claim for your damages. And we don't, we have our own private policy that we are doing this because we believe that, firmly believe. Why? What we are doing? Why we are doing this one? That is the same chapter 14, Romans 14, verse number 18 and 19. This is the reason we are doing this. For he who serves Christ in these things is acceptable to God and approved by men. This is a reason. For who serves Christ in these things is acceptable to God and approved by men. It is pleasing to God, acceptable to God. He is being pleased because we welcome you to this particular university to learn things with open arms, with no disagreement with you, appreciating your opinion, not discouraging you for your weakness in faith department, or encouraging you in your opinion, and seeing your history to deal with, your history to deal with. We have our own history to deal with, and you have your own history to deal with. Our own history is welcoming you to deal with our um, your history with our history. You can share yours through ours. That is pleasing God. And we don't want anything beyond that. That is very sure. This is a law, Christian law, right? What is Christian law? If you want to know about Christian law, this is a religious law, all over the world followed. It started in 1532 by Henry VIII in England, 52, and 1532, 1533, and thereafter. Even the England Parliament in 1988, through reforms, Reformation Act, Education Reformation Act, through that, gave all these things, sustained all those things. All those things means the things spoken of in 1532 by Henry VIII. Religious laws. What is religion here? It is explained in James 1:27. What is a religion? This is a religion. That's the reason we are welcoming everybody. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and to keep them himself unspotted from the world. We don't want to get spoiled or spotted, but at the same time we want to work among the widows and the fatherless. That means this is in a literal sense, widows and fatherless, those people who are without any, those people who are suffering without anybody or without any help, we are helping them. And fatherless means it is not only the father, it is not only refers to the father, literal father and the physical father. It refers to those people who are without education. We are helping them through Quran here. In the other university through the Bible, here through Quran. We are only teaching through Quran, and so many departments are there, and we are giving so many diverse departments, variety of subjects being spoken under the banner of the verse. The verse or the couplet or the Quran, under which we are teaching all this, all free. It is because Proverbs 23 says we should not sell truth. That's the reason. That is our belief. That is the commandment given, and the commandment we are following. We believe that we will be appreciated by God by some way or other. We will be supported. You can see Christian department where you can see my speeches or messages, volume number 13, volume number 14, volume number 15, where I have spoken about the law. I have spoken about why we are doing all these things. What is our belief? All such we have spoken. Moreover, what are the laws which are brought out in the Christian or Christendom, in the Christian world or Christendom. You can better listen to all those things. Okay, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and to keep them himself. The person who is doing should not get spoiled, right? And we are doing this in a liberal way. Following this, James 1, this is James 1:27, which I read. Now it's James 1:25 and 26, I read out. 25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, we are following the perfect law of liberty. That is, we don't follow any law for giving education, learning and studying. No, that is free, based on our belief we are doing, based on our belief in the Bible and studies, being satisfied with Tirukkural, we are doing this. We are only teaching Tirukkural here, nothing else. But whosoever looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not forgetful hearer, but doer of the work. We are doer of the work. We just want to do this one through this university to do this one. This man shall be blessed in his deed. We want to get blessings. from God. Next one, 26th verse. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, we don't talk anything more than what we do. We just bridleth our tongue, but deceiveth his own heart. We don't want to deceive our own heart. Then this man's religion is vain. We don't want to get rid of this religious laws. Okay, next one, the same ones, Romans 14:19. It says, why we are doing this Thirukkural English couplet. Thirukkural is about peace to the world. The same is to be done by welcoming you to the university. That is pleasing God. And two things are done. By welcoming you, according to Romans 14:1, we are welcoming you. According to Romans 18 and 19, we are doing that because it is pleasing to God, acceptable to God, and it will be approved by you also, because you would like it when you come there. If you don't like it, you can go. If you like it, you can come. There is no compulsion. You don't force. It is free of cost. We don't ask you to be anybody more than what you learn. But there is a necessity that you should be a member, C-Peace member. That is C-Peace member. That means C, capital C, without any hyphen or dash, peace. That is Christian peace. This C-peace is cosmic peace. Cosmic peace is for non-Christians. Thereby, you are the person who is going to do the same thing that we are doing. That means you are spreading Thirukkural, cosmic law. The law is created by God. You will become a member then. If you become a member, you can very well come and you can become C-Peace member. Okay? And without becoming a member also you can learn. We are doing this welcome address. We are doing this university for your studies free of cost only because there are two things. It is acceptable to God and approved by men. And the second one, it is, therefore, let us pursue things, the things which make for peace and the things by which one may edify another. So, we want to get edified and we want to edify you. The reason. And another thing, we just want to spread peace. The purpose of the Bible is also to spread peace. As soon as Jesus Christ was born, the first message was peace. Peace to the world. That is the first message. So we want to spread peace to the world. That peace is also being spread through Thirukkural. So we parallelly, these two are going, and we take the Thirukkural and we spread the message given. Welcoming you, we spread peace through Thirukkural. That's all. You better read all these things. And then, what is Bible medicine? It is a medicinal system found out from the Bible, right? And we have got trademark registry number 919578, dated 24/2000. This is also given, the certificate is also given in the screen. You can see, go through. Bible Medicine Ministries. Why? Bible Medicine Ministries it is based on Christian theology, and it is only for propagating the services and for administrative purpose, right? And Bible Medicine Ministries International, it is because it is a charter of an international organization. How was ICA University founded? You can listen to some of the messages there. You can go to the ICA University, Christian department, and you can watch another one that is arbitration. My papers on arbitration. You can see why it is Arbitrators University. You can. It is in the Bible. about that. In the Tirukkural also there is about arbitration. I have also spoken about arbitration here. God's people, arbitrators are God's people. So that is being read out in my paper. One of the papers are read out in the it's a research paper read out in the Madras University seminar and national seminar conducted, which has been put there. You can find out in Madras University page or in arbitration page, RCP's page. You can find out those things. Okay, and and this is a virtual university or virtual institute. Virtual institute. When I tell like that, what I mean by that? Virtual means it is online, through online. It's spread through online. I told you, Jesus said in Mark 16:15, go all over the world and preach the gospel to all the people. Tirukkural is also aiming the world, not the particular set of people, particular community, particular religious people, particular language people, particular regional people. No, it's for the world. So we are doing worldwide. So online courses are there. These are conducted in two ways. That is, we could say synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous means on the same time, teacher will be there, student will be there. Asynchronous means, asynchronous is teacher will not be there at the same time when the students are learning. When you want to learn the things recorded, you can do that. Mostly asynchronous will be used. Asynchronous will be used for this particular university. What is actually a virtual university, I have explained. And if you want, Allen and Seaman 2016 report says like this, that non-profit public institutions are rapidly involved in revamping of education system virtually. This is what is known as virtual education. Okay, and I told you we don't charge any fee. We don't charge any fee. No payment is there. No hidden payment is also there. But if you want specific certification, we have to automatically charge for that. That is different. But we don't charge anything for your learning. Everything is free. Everything is open. We don't think under any scanner or under any lock. Nothing is closed. Everything is open for your learning. And this is based on Proverbs 23:23. I said no, 23:23. Proverbs 23:23 says, truth should not be sold. Don't sell truth, but it is your responsibility that you should buy. That means you have to donate, you have to sponsor, you have to support. But if you don't do, we don't ask you, because we ask God. God will do it through you or somebody else. That is why this Bible verse says, don't sell truth, but buy truth. Don't sell truth is for us, we follow. Buy truth is for you are coming. That is up to you. Up to you to obey or not obey. Okay. And according to 1 Timothy 13:3, we are honoring people who have learned. That is, honorary doctorate is also given by this institute, according to 1 Timothy 13:3 and James 1:12 and 25. And according to Tirukkural also, I have given about that in the university. You can go through that very well. It is very clearly given in the Bible and in Tirukkural. So we are giving this type of so In the Tirukkural also we can find the same verse, which couplets or kural, which I have given in the pages also. You can go through all those things. It's well and good for you to understand certain things before coming for this learning. And there will not be any hidden charges here. Totally free, available for everybody, and anybody can go through all these things. And one more thing, this book, just before release of book, I got a message from the Canadian Prime Minister's office wishing us for releasing this particular book. And I got a message from a Mauritian minister, and he has also learned from Tirukkural, especially Tirukkural English couplet, when I gave Tirukkural English couplet to him in person, and he gave a message later. And I was invited for a meeting in Mauritius on 25/1/2019. At 25/1/2019 and 26/1/2019 I was there. I was among the legal fraternity speaking on Tirukkural psychology, law, or such. I was given a topic, and on which I was talking about that, so because based on this Tirukkural English couplet. And the next day, when the Tiruvallur's Day, I was invited as a chief guest. I was the chief guest for this function, and the Mauritius acting president was there. The same time, the Mauritius president was in India, and Mauritius president, prime minister was in India, and president was there. He was the guest of honor. I mean, I was the chief guest, and minister was there. He was there for the meeting, and he was waiting for my speech to be started and finished. Till then, he was there listening to Tirukkural. He loved Tirukkural so much. And the minister was there, one guest of honor, and a special guest, and I was the chief guest in Mauritius. It is only because of this particular Tirukkural English couplet, this translated book, because nobody has done so far in 4+3 words. That's the reason I was invited there, and those information is also there available in the pages. That is a honor given for this book. And Indian government, Prime Minister of India, he has recommended through my letter. This Indian government has recommended this book to be included in the syllabus of Tamil Nadu colleges and schools. I have received letter as to that effect, and the Tamil Nadu government has sent it to the research, the state educational research center, and they have also sent their results. First, this letter was received from central government. I mean, PMO registration number PMO PG /D 2019/0284164 dated 9/8/2019 regarding implementation of the Tirukkural book as a subject in schools and colleges. As the matter pertains to the School Education Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, it is requested to take appropriate action in this regard. This was sent from New Delhi, F number 31/12/2019-1S-9, Government of India, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Department of School Education and Literacy, IS-9 section. This I received. Then they send a letter to I thank the government of India. They send letter to the Principal Secretary, School Education Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, Fort St. George, Chennai 9. They have written like this: I am directed to forward a copy of a grievance received from Dr. Stephen Louis, Tamil Nadu, via this number regarding implementation of Tirukkural as subject in the schools and colleges of Tamil Nadu. You are requested to look into the matter and take appropriate action under intimation to this department and the petitioner. This way it has been given. And immediately Tamil Nadu government, I thank Tamil Nadu government also, they have sent it to that Manila Kalviyal Aaraichi Payirchi Nirvanam. That is a research department, educational research department. They have gone through that and finally they have said, திருக்குறள் ஆங்கில மொழியாக்கத்தை ஆங்கில பாடப்பிரிவில் சேர்க்க கோருதல். That means it is requested that this Tirukkural English couplet to be included in the syllabus, college and school education syllabus. And they have given, replied, திருக்குறளின் ஆங்கில வடிவத்தை பள்ளி பாடங்களில் சேர்ப்பது என்பது அரசின் கொள்கை முடிவாகும். Then they have concluded that this is not their own conclusion. They have to, I mean, the government has to take the policy. It is the government's policy. They have to decide on that. And till then, I have not received any reply. This I received on 15th, I mean, it has been dated 15/10/2019. After that, I didn't receive anything and I have not asked about the status of the application, and I will write to them. Most probably they will take it as it is take it as a policy to implement this in the syllabus, school and colleges. I hope that would happen. And this way it has been going on, and it is for you to come and learn from this particular university. It will be of so much of use to you. And if any doubts, you can get all those things clarified with me. Thank you very much for listening to this. Thank you.